Welcome to Knockboom Creek and our countdown of the top 10 most haunted places in Ohio. Grab your salt, sage, EMF readers, or whatever you weirdos bring to a haunting. We're diving headfirst into the Buckeye State, a place that's got more ghosts than a graveyard rave. Prepare yourself for some spine-chilling tales that'll make you sleep with the lights on. Our first stop takes us to Mansfield, Ohio, home to the imposing Ohio State Reformatory. This former prison, operational from 1896 to 1990, saw its fair share of despair and violence, making it a prime breeding ground for restless spirits. Inmates reported being touched, pushed, and even spoken to by unseen entities. Shadowy figures lurk in the cell blocks, and the sound of phantom footsteps echoes through the empty corridors. Next, we venture to Cleveland, to a place that's practically synonymous with haunted houses, Franklin Castle. The Tiedemann family, the original owners, experienced a string of tragedies within its walls, fueling whispers of a curse. Multiple deaths, including those of children, have occurred within the home, and visitors have reported disembodied voices, strange temperature fluctuations, and the feeling of being watched. Some even claim to have seen the apparition of a woman in black roaming the halls. Now we're headed to a place where the veil between our world and the next seems particularly thin, Moonville Tunnel. Legend has it that a railroad worker met his demise here, and his restless spirit still haunts the tunnel, searching for his lost lantern. Visitors have reported seeing a spectral light swinging from the tunnel's ceiling and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. Our journey takes us to Athens, Ohio, home to the Ridges, once an asylum for the mentally ill. Patients reported seeing shadowy figures, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling an oppressive presence. The property is a hotspot for paranormal investigators drawn to its dark past and the possibility of encountering the spirits of former patients. This place is more than just a collection of old fire trucks. It's a time capsule filled with stories, both heroic and haunting. The museum is housed in a former fire station, and visitors have reported seeing apparitions of firemen in full gear, hearing the clang of phantom bells and feeling sudden drops in temperature. Some speculate that these spirits are those of fallen firefighters, forever bound to the place where they served and sacrificed. Next stop, Licking County Jail. This former jail, operational from 1889 to 1989, was known for its harsh conditions and brutal treatment of inmates. Unsurprisingly, it's also known for its paranormal activity. Visitors and staff have reported seeing apparitions of former inmates peering out from behind bars, hearing the clanging of cell doors and feeling an overwhelming sense of despair. Some even claim to have been scratched, pushed, or held down by unseen forces. Next, on to the Cincinnati Music Hall. This grand old building, home to the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, has a rich history and, you guessed it, a haunted reputation. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of strange occurrences, including disembodied voices, phantom footsteps, and unexplained cold spots. Some say the spirits of former performers still linger on stage, their ethereal melodies echoing through the empty hall. Pack your bags and your courage, because we're spending the night at the Buckton Inn. This historic inn, built in 1812, has hosted countless guests over the centuries, some of whom apparently never checked out. Guests have reported seeing apparitions of former guests and staff, hearing disembodied voices and footsteps, and experiencing strange temperature fluctuations. The most active room is said to be room 9, where a former owner, Miss Buxton, is said to roam the halls, straightening pictures and tucking guests into bed. Our next stop takes us to the heart of Ohio's government, the Ohio State House. This grand building, completed in 1861, has witnessed centuries of history, both political and paranormal. Visitors and staff have reported seeing apparitions of former lawmakers, hearing disembodied voices and footsteps, and feeling sudden drops in temperature. Our final destination on this spooky road trip is the Golden Lamb Inn, Ohio's oldest continually operating inn. Established in 1803, this place has seen it all, from stagecoach travelers to presidents. Guests and staff have reported seeing apparitions of former guests, including a young girl who is said to play in the hallways and a former innkeeper who still tends to his duties. The inn even has a ghost chair in the dining room, which is said to be a favorite spot for a former patron. Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey through Ohio's most haunted places. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling content. Sweet dreams and OH!